Hi, Brian from Live from the Lockdown Lounge. Welcome to the Thursday night show. How many shows have we done? I think this is show 6. Thank you for joining us live at the Lockdown Lounge, proudly brought to you by Cranbourne Music. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a sponsor, and Cranbourne Music are open. They are open and they are online. They've got their stores. They're Lynbrook and Elizabeth Street City. They're open and online. We encourage you to get in touch with our friends at Cranbourne Music, buy some stuff, say the team from Live from the Lockdown Lounge sent you, and they will look after you. So welcome once again. We've got a special night tonight. We're going to sing the blues tonight. We've got a blues legend with us tonight. And for those of you that don't know or haven't watched us before, want to know what the concept is all about, we're here essentially supporting the music industry. Our point of difference is that we chat to all the musos. We find out their story. It's all about storytelling, a little bit of songs, a little bit of laughing, a little bit of craziness, brought to you by me. We've got all of our segments, our chat, our music, our gig chicken, our coping with lockdown, and our new segment, which is Pets Are Good for Ratings. Now, we had hundreds and hundreds of letters last night saying, why have you got a segment about pets when this is a music show? Hundreds is probably a stretch. It wasn't hundreds. But in fact, we had one letter. Yes, because as the segment says, pets are good for ratings. So we've buckled and we've included this time a video of a pet playing music. You see, we're here to support the industry. Roll the video.
Turn it on. Good girl. Can you play the piano? Uh-oh, did you make a mistake? It's okay, try again. Oh, another mistake? That's okay. Stand and take a bow.
You see? How good was that? Now, where else would you see such riveting television as a dog playing piano? Nowhere. But here, live from the Lockdown Lounge. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest with us tonight. He is a blues legend. I'm going to read you his rap sheet here. He's a singer-songwriter, legendary guitarist with many years of experience. He went overseas to study at the Guitar Institute of Technology in LA, where he got to meet such legends as Joe Pass and Tommy Tedesco. He's comprehensive education in music theory in the presence of such renowned company as, now get this, Steve Vai and Robin Ford. Now, he established a college of music down the Mornington Peninsula, Blue Note College of Music, in 1988. He's now playing the blues. He's influenced by jazz greats who've helped him with his passion for music, which makes for an exciting blend of jazz and fusion and blues. He's performed at festivals all over the place. He is a blues legend, and he is a good friend of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Rob Papp. Hey, Robbie.
G'day, Brian.
How are you? Always a guitar in your hand.
Yep. Fortunately, yep.
Fortunately, it's better than what else could have been in your hand when the screen went to you just now.
No, I was going to say that, but I know it's. No, I should have said it actually.
You should have said that. You should have said. Don't steal my jokes. That's the. Now, Robbie. Welcome. Thanks so much for joining the show. You're thirsty already, man. You've only said what, 2 sentences?
Yeah, I know, but I've gotten this new passion for water. You know, sort of realised you can't live without it.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's good. You're always learning, you know, even at our, and I put me and you in these, in the same category, at our advanced years. Now, are you happy for me to share your age, Robbie, how long you've been playing down the Mornington Peninsula for?
Yeah, as long as it doesn't go past 30 years.
Well, you are just approaching 60. Is that right?
I am 60.
You are 60, man. Looking great, and still gigging heaps. Right? You're still playing heaps and heaps of festivals. I know. I see you on Facebook all the time. All the wineries and all the stuff down the peninsula.
Yeah. I am actually. I'm really thankful for it. Actually, I wasn't. I wasn't. Now I'm going to. Jill said, my missus said, what? Jill said, now don't you rave.
Brave. This is what this show is all about. It's about storytelling.
I'm really happy to be in regular work as a musician. I think it's, for me, apart from all the shit that's gone down recently, yeah, it's always been a blessing to be able to make a livelihood out of being a musician.
Yeah. No, and you've
apprenticeship wages.
Sorry, say that again.
No, it's all right. I said I'm living on the second year apprenticeship wages, but that's cool.
That's true. That's a real life of a muso, isn't it? Hey, we played together many years ago in a band called OJ's Lawyers, right?
OJ's Lawyers, yes.
Yep. Back in the day when OJ Simpson was going through his trials and tribulations. We thought it was a cool name at the time. It was, what, for about a year or so?
Oh, they loved it. Especially when wasn't there a stage that we used to get dressed up as a we used to get dressed up in clothes and like.
I hope so. I hope we did gigs in clothes.
Who used to get dressed up as the judge? Steve used to be the thug. We tried that.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't really think it helped gigs. You know what? My great memory of you when we were playing, I think it was OJ's Lawyers. We used to play at Portsea Pub. Do you remember that? We used to play gigs at Portsea Pub years and years ago.
Yeah.
Yep. And we were playing a gig, and I was singing. You used to stand right next to me, and I was singing some falsetto, would have been a Jackson 5 song or something like that. And I was trying to hit these high notes, and there was a drunk bogan in the audience who came up and he heard me singing high falsetto notes and went to grab my crutch as if to say, I don't know, has he got any balls or whatever, he's singing so high. And before I could even react, you had him by the throat and had him lifted up off the dance floor. And I thought, wow, this is a guy that you want to go to war with or go to cover band war with. So thank you. Have I ever thanked you for that?
No, you haven't. But I was trying to get a job as a security guard there because it paid better.
So tell me.
Actually, I remember a few times bailing you out. I remember hitting one guy in the face with my guitar neck. Like, he was hassling, and I could see he's going for it, and I actually swung my whole guitar neck around and hit him. And oh God, I was terrible.
Yeah. There you go. Well, there you go. You just spent your life protecting me. Yeah.
What's that thing next to you?
Which thing?
Now I'm looking at you. Is that turn to the left or turn to the right?
There?
Up. Yeah, what's that?
That's a lava lamp.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Everyone loves a lamp, don't they?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So tell me,
good times, weren't they? Yeah.
Tell me about some of the gigs that you've been doing recently.
Well, the last lot of gigs were at the Envelope Jazz Festival with my Hammond trio that I was playing it with, and prior to that, the Bendigo Blues Festival, plus all my regular gigs, which is like you said, I do all the wineries, and I love doing the wineries. They've all become friends of mine over the years, and a few little city gigs. I beneath Driver Lane and those sorts of jobs, basically. Yeah, just
fantastic.
I am happy about it. Like I said, I have these reasonably profile gigs, and then I reel myself back in and I go do the wineries again. And doing gigs like the wineries, I have to admit, I actually do what I want to do. A lot of people say, "Oh, don't you get bored?" No, I don't, because I actually play what I want to play. I don't I don't have to play things that I don't want to, or have to put my head down and learn.
Yeah. Well, you're kind of known now as a blues icon, but you're more influenced by jazz, really, weren't you?
Well, heavily influenced by jazz, and still have to reel myself in, not to be heavily influenced. But it's not something that I can stop. I suppose. Yeah, I tried, but I didn't. It didn't work. Yeah, I am heavily influenced by jazz.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
But I guess that's sort of developed into your own style now because it's a fusion of both, really, and that's why
Well,
it's very original how you play.
actually, thank you because you know I you mentioned Robin Ford before, and he, as a musician, I actually saw him the other night just on YouTube, and I messaged him and said to him that you know um, how he's got such a unique voice. It didn't matter that he was just he classes himself as a songwriter, and I don't think he really classes himself. But to me, it's just having that unique voice in music, and you know as well as I do. I mean, when I was playing the cover band scene or the corporate scene, I was never really happy.
Yep.
I wasn't.
Yeah, yeah. But no, you're happy now, and you're doing the blues, and that's a good segue to our first song tonight. Tell us which tune you've chosen and why you've chosen this song.
Well, I've got no reason why I've chosen this song. uh, um, but it's there's an old there's an old song called "The Sky's Crying," and it's basically in a dominant key, or dominant chords, I suppose, or minor chords. Sky is crying, and what I did is I took it to a minor key, and changed it some chords around to the minor key and put a couple of substitutions, which is just me. Just sorry, am I boring you?
No, no. This is my concentration phase. I'm listening. I'm hanging on every word.
It's just me when I look. I love straight dirty blues. I always have since I was a kid.
Yep.
But I've always liked jazz harmony or harmony.
Yep.
And so my excuse for playing blues is because you seriously can't get a jazz gig to pay. Nor can you get a blues gig that pays. But and also it was a way for me to break barriers in Brian. I never opened my voice to sing. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
And so consequently, it was like all of a sudden, it was.
Yeah, because you've always been a reluctant singer, really, haven't you? But you've always sort of ended up doing gigs where you're singing, and I mean, but I think you've got a really unique sort of blues style, and I think it works.
Well, yeah, thanks. Yeah, I think it's just evolved into that because, as you rudely interrupted me before you.
Hey, it's my job as the host. I'm allowed to rudely interrupt anyone. And don't think I can't see you texting while you're talking to me either.
No.
The camera doesn't miss anything, buddy.
What are you doing? And I said nothing. Why? Anyway, so am I all right? Am I blabbing too much?
No, man. This is what this show is all about. It's live from the Blab Lounge.
Okay, the Blab Lounge. Where was I? Oh God. It was the year 2000, and we were at the Wolfgang Putt in the city. Remember that gig?
Yeah, I do.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. The lady fell off the chair. Lady fell off the table. Yeah, broke her leg.
Did you? Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I didn't see that. But we're all there, and the place was smoking hot, and the year 2000, and the lights were going off, and I just went up to Jules and I said, I can't do this anymore because I felt like I was. It wasn't me to be doing it anymore. So that was it, and I stopped. And
now you're doing something you love.
basically,
And
yeah.
So I was really important in steering you into to your happy place, really, wasn't I? And I did that by showing you the opposite of what your happy place was with me. And then you said, okay, the only way I can find my happy place is to get away from Brian. And there you go. So I take credit for that. I take credit for your happiness.
Well, actually, yeah, you're right, because I ended up at the beach down at Ryan, surfing for 5 years before I decided to do it. No,
well, we'll get into the deep talk in a minute, but sing us your song. The Sky is Crying.
Right,
this is Rob's. This is Rob's version of The Sky is Crying.
The sky is crying now, baby. Can you see the tears roll down my cheek? The sky is crying now, baby. Can you see the tears roll down my cheek? I'm waiting in tears for my baby. I wonder, where can she be? I saw my baby walking, made my heart, it skipped a beat. I saw my baby walking, made my heart, it skipped a beat. You made me feel so bad, you knocked me right off my feet now. Bad feeling, my baby don't love me no more. I got a bad feeling. Now the sky is crying, and the tears are rolling down my cheek. Well, thank you.
Awesome, man. Awesome, man. You still got it.
Yeah.
Still got the blues for you.
Yeah, I still got the blues with a bit of funky things, and yeah.
Man, hey, drink your water. You know how much you love that stuff.
Mm-mm.
That was awesome, man. That was really, really, really cool. Thank you. Hey, you may have noticed that we actually have a sponsor. Our little show, our humble little show, has a sponsor, and they are the wonderful people down at Cranbourne Music. They've got 2 stores, Limbrook store and Elizabeth Street store in the city, and both are open, so you can physically go in there. The lovely people at Cranbourne Music will help you out. Or you can buy online. Go down, tell them Live from the Lockdown Lounge team sent you, and they will look after you, I promise you. So Robbie, thank you for the backing music.
Did you see my little incidental music?
It was good. It was good. I feel like my live read commercials need a little bit of musical backing, and yeah, you're hired.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Have a look
can't
in
pay you
the
anything,
box.
but you're hired.
No,
Um,
we'll forget it. Bye.
so this part of the show is we go
Yeah.
a little bit deep, a little bit heavy, and talk about how COVID-19 has impacted, and gig cancellations, has affected you. That kind of stuff. It can be as light or as deep as you want it to be. So tell us, when all of a sudden you start to lose gigs and you realise, oh shit, this is serious.
Um, shit. It was serious. When it was serious, I okay. As far as all the gigs and were concerned, I'm going to be 100% honest with you, right? I better be.
Yeah, yeah.
I needed a break. I'm
Wow.
being serious because I've I know this is a program. People are going to think, but I've been hit by a lot of shit over the last couple of years, and I was working and I kept working, and then just recently again something else happened, and I just needed a break.
Wow.
But at the same time, as soon as it all started, I could see what the future was, and yeah, work just bang 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 bang, everything was cancelled.
Yep. Well, that's look, it's
So
you've actually been performing. I mean, I've known you for many, many years, and so you've been performing, doing gigs, down the peninsula. And in fact, when I met you, you were in one of Melbourne's, best cover bands at the time. So easily 40 years that you've been gigging non-stop without a break, basically. So I get that you would be tired,
yeah.
but also in the last couple of years, you've had a bit of a health scare as well, which put you on your back foot. And we spoke about this beforehand. You're happy to chat about it. So tell us what happened there.
Okay. And people know that because I sort of like, I'm an emotional Italian. But basically what had happened was I was surfing. I had a groin issue, and I'd been surfing for 12 days straight because the waves were going off. So I'm going, yep, okay, no problem. I got out of the water. I'll go see a doctor. So 2 weeks had gone by. I thought, this is not going. I'll go see a doctor. And he said, you've strained yourself, but we'll do a check. Okay. So I went and had a CT scan. Yeah, CT scan. And at the CT scan, all of a sudden, they go, you've got an issue between your bladder and your kidneys. So I go, okay. All right. Our doctor will call your doctor and then come back in an hour and 40 minutes. And they said, could you do an MIR scan? And I said, yeah, okay. Bang. And anyway, so cut a long story short, went to the doctor a week later because there was these holidays. And it was really strange because actually when I was getting dressed after they did the MR scan, I passed the computer and I saw this blob there. But I didn't think, it wasn't. I just saw it. It was like, okay. She shut it down really fast. Anyway, so I went to the doctors, and the doctors said, I got there at 5 o'clock or something, and he's pacing around and he's looking up in the air and he's not looking me in the eye. And I went, okay. And then he comes and sits next to me. He said, you've got a lesion. And I said, a lesion? And he said, yeah, you've got a tumour. And I said, oh, okay, you've got a tumour. He said, you've got cancer. And what? I looked at him and I said, well, you know what I said,
Mm.
And basically I just, biggest shock in the world. But, and then a week later, no, not even a week later, that 2 days later I went to an oncologist and he said, well, we don't muck around with this sort of thing. You're booked in. And at that time, I was booked. I just went straight into a private hospital. I just cashed in my very little super I had anyway, and went into private hospital. And when they were doing the operation, they removed 2 4-centimetre tumours in my bladder. I had no idea.
Wow.
None.
And this, you only sort of knew there was something wrong because when you were surfing, you felt like there was a pain in your groin, and it was persistent. It was felt a little different to what you'd experienced before.
No, I've had that. Look, honestly, I have had that pain since I was a kid, because I got whacked in the old ghoulies playing football and surfing, and probably, yeah. So I was hurt, So,
Yep.
but I didn't worry about it. But that particular problem of my groin issue was just that. I strained myself. It had nothing to do with the other issue. Not
Right.
one thing, which is
I see. Okay. You strained yourself surfing, and then you went and got that checked, and they found something else. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
I know, and it's really funny because I've got a friend who's, let's say, he's a surgeon, and he was scrubbing up with the other surgeon, and he actually rang me and said to me, "You're a lucky man." And I went, "What?" He said, "Well, you have to get the official news from your oncologist, but the reality is that they were discussing it, and they were discussing this particular case, and that particular case was me." And I was lucky, because if if that groin issue hadn't been there, well, a year, 2 years later, or whatever, then bang, you've got
Wow.
bladder cancer.
Yep.
And so, yeah.
So that's Hey, thanks for being so brave to sort of share that story with us. So bringing it back to music and family and all those things. So there was a period of time there when you'd been diagnosed, and that you were going to go in for the operation. And I guess you have a whole lot of things going through your head in terms of, what's important to you in life, and obviously family, Jules, and all that kind of stuff, but music as well. So tell us in terms of, what was your thought process, and how did music play a part in sort of making you feel better during that time?
Okay. There's I just, okay, there's one issue that goes, and until it's really hits you, there's one thing that I think that every I hate saying the word cancer. It's just like, oh God, the word cancer is so foul. But the thing is that the one thing that I remember getting to the door, and Jules came in. I just said, I don't want to die. I don't want to die from this. Absolutely not. So I kept playing music right up until I had the op. And the reason why is because music is the only thing, apart from sex. Okay. Sorry. That's true. Is that your whole being as a musician, whether you're an entertainer or whatever, is absolutely, if you're right into it, is that you're absolutely focused 100% in on that, what I call the omega mode, or that tunnel. That tunnel. Every muso gets it. If they've got some passion about what they're doing. So that's what helped me.
Yeah.
And then I got out of So that's.
It's such a it's such a important message, especially for this show, because we are about the music, and the music. When regardless of what happens in life, when you are passionate, like you say, about music, it just comes to the fore, doesn't it? It plays an important part. Obviously, Jules as well, your lovely wife who you've been with for many, many years. That's a constant sort. Hey, what was that?
10 years in the jail. 35. I think 34 years or something like that.
35 years, fantastic. But yeah, the fact that that you can fall back onto music, and that it helps with the healing. When you were playing gigs in this state of mind, did you feel that you played differently, or that you played with more emotion, or let us get into your head when from a music point of view.
No, um, Brian, I can't honestly, I can't remember because it's your your whole being is See, what had happened was there was a couple of really bad issues from my surgery that happened to me that I would never wish on anyone. Like the pain, oh my God, the pain. So there was a week where I was actually locked up, and I mean locked up here at home, tubes running out of me. And unfortunately, well, fortunately for Jules, she wasn't here because she had to actually go away. So, because I mean, I was a screaming mess. I was walking around in a caftan, nothing else, for a week, getting over these injuries that happened to me, and yeah. So that whole area was a bit of a blank, and then I went back to actually gigging, and yeah, there was a lot of passion in that at the time, but a hell of a lot of anxiety too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
of
man,
course. And we should say that you're healthy now, aren't you? You're
yeah,
recovered and you're healthy.
yeah, I'm recovered from that, but I just got diagnosed with something else, and I'm just really pissed off because. But then I think this for all you young healthy musos, you don't think when you're when you reach this age, and I don't mean that. I mean that your body just starts breaking down. And I'm trying not to be too heavy about it because it is a program of happiness and music and everything. But
No, that's cool, man. You be as heavy as you need to be.
well, I mean, it does. It does. Like I just come screaming. I went to the doctors a few weeks ago because I have my blood tests and everything done, right? And I'm still playing. I'm still enjoying and all that. And then the doctor says to me, "Your kidneys are only operating at 62%." I went, "What?" Well, you've got kidney disease, and I go, "I live a pure life. I only live on garlic and chili, basically, you know." And they're the things that happen to you eventually as you get older. When you and because I didn't, from my perspective, from my thing is, you need to focus in on your health as much as you need to, in music and everything. It's a whole thing, and I didn't, I don't think I was a particularly good advocate for. I mean, I smoked like a chimney. I
Well,
did
yeah. So there's
a
a
lot of
there's a
things like
lesson there, isn't there? So healthy living,
yeah,
it's worth it's worth paying attention to your body, and yeah, making healthy choices like the water that you're drinking now. Well done. And so we have an e-commerce platform which we make available to all of our artists, and it's an opportunity for the audience to donate if they want, but to the artist, and it's up to the artist whether they want to sort of invoke that or not. And you've requested that that any sort of donations towards you go to cancer organisations or Cancer Council or anything like that.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, absolutely. I would. I don't. If you find something, yeah, absolutely, or Beyond Blue, because they're all really necessary.
Yeah, no, and that's it's again, we appreciate that sentiment. So we will have on our website places where you can donate, whether it is cancer organisations or Beyond Blue. People can jump on the website lockdownlounge.live, and we'll have all those options there. So no wonder you've been singing the blues, man.
Oh God, I shouldn't have said the last one. Only because I'm just really pissed off about it because um, the only thing is that it's like anything, you get faced with these things, and I'm not the only one. And it hasn't stopped my lifestyle. You know what I mean? It hasn't stopped my life from doing anything. It's just that
Yep.
you come across these crossroads, and that's the way it is.
Yeah. Yep. Well, look, I mean, we've chatted on the phone the last week or so a couple of times, and certainly your positivity and your outlook is, you've still got a really positive vibe and all that kind of jazz. So it hasn't knocked you around too much in that sense, which is good.
I'm not giving up, that's for sure, mate.
Good man. Good man. Yeah. So what we might do now is get you to give us your second song, and I know you want to grab the electric guitar, so I'll let you do that.
It's up to you. Do you want me to do electric or acoustic?
Oh, up to you. What would you like, man?
Well, with the okay, look, I'll pick up my electric and we'll
pick up your electric. Yeah, no worries. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Rob maneuver himself in his studio. He's putting down his guitar right now. Is it standing upright? I think it is. Oh yeah. Okay, this is riveting TV. Is it standing? I think it is. Okay. Now he's using his right hand to reach down and grab his.
Sorry, I'll grab my.
Yeah. I'm trying to make this interesting TV. Not sure that I've really succeeded in any way whatsoever. So tell us about this song, Robbie.
Oh, this is by a young blues player called Kirk Fletcher.
Right.
This is a song that he's written, and I'm heavily influenced by a lot of the young blues guys coming up. Not only the old blues guys, but all the blues guys, and I particularly like this, and I do this sort of material, I suppose, in the band. I've got a band called Brothers and Blues. And Brothers and Blues is really just I suppose it's my pickup band. Okay.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, tell us what you mean by that, a pickup band. Is that sort of between solo and duo gigs? You've got a...
I try to book band gigs that are fun to do, yeah?
Yep.
And, they have to fit a certain criteria. And if I can do one a month, because there isn't a lot of band gigs anymore around for someone like me, you know what I mean?
Yep.
We're enjoying what I do. So I've got a bunch of guys that I call, and I'd say, "Hey, you want to do a gig?" They go,
Great.
"Yeah, okay."
And that's a good point. Where can our audience find your material or get in contact with you if they want to book you for gigs and all that kind of stuff?
Well, I mean, I do all my business on Facebook like everyone else does nowadays. It's just contacts. But I'll be honest with you, a lot of the gigs that I do, people say, "Gee, you're always busy, blah, blah." I've been like this for 25 years. It's just now Facebook is there that's advertised and I advertise them.
Yeah. And that's your Facebook handle is Rob Papp, right?
Yeah.
Rob Papp.
Yeah, and I've got a Rob Papp music thing, but my social site, I walk along the beach and take photos and do that sort of stuff,
Fantastic.
And that's it. Yeah. So, yeah.
Cool, man. All right. Give us some more blues.
I'll try this and hopefully it works. And it's not working. And yes, it's working.
It's working.
It's working. Okay, here we go. Was that all right? Was that all right? Did that work?
That was so good. That was so good. You still got it, man. You still got it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Can you
Man,
hear me?
you do the blues so well, it's purple.
Oh my God! I've got to remember that one. That's
Hey, no,
awesome.
as long as you reference me, anytime you use any of my jokes, make sure you pay
Okay.
me homage.
Okay.
Not don't
I
no, don't
promise.
pay me in hummus, just pay me
Okay.
homage. Okay. Now, Rob, that was awesome. What was that called again? Almedio Stomp, is that right?
Almedio Stomp by this. Look, I and this. Look, and I'm an advocate of like I said, the young guys, not just the American guys. But there's a lot of young blues, Aussie blues guys. Yeah, they're really. There's a great. There's a
Yeah.
great pocket of young guys in Melbourne. So
Fantastic,
yeah, it's
man.
good.
No, that was very cool. Hey, one of our most popular segments on this show is Gig Chicken, and from any muso that's been playing for a long time, every gig that they play, they get chicken, boiled chicken, fried chicken, chopped chicken, fried chicken. Did I say fried chicken twice? Any other chickens you can think of?
Yeah.
I'll take that as a no.
No.
But
No.
anyway, you are about to
I think you've
play.
pretty well covered it all. Parmesan chicken.
There you go. I knew you had it in you. I knew you had a chicken in you. Oh, that sounds terrible. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Gig Chicken. Play the sting. There you go. That was the Gig Chicken sting. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, some chickens were hurt during the making of that sting emotionally. Rob,
Yeah.
are you ready to play Gig Chicken? So I'll ask you a series of questions. If you get them all right, then you win the chicken that we mail out to you. Okay. Are you ready? First
I'm ready.
question.
Yep.
Best gig you ever played?
Best gig I have ever played. Oh,
There can only be one.
okay.
And it can't be one with me. Or actually, you've already said that you, because of me, you wanted to get out of that scene. So I'm pretty sure it's not going to be one with me.
The entertainment centre was pretty good. Okay. The best gig that I enjoyed doing, or the best gig I've ever. Oh God. I mean,
Don't
I had
overthink it too much,
24.
mate. We've only got an hour.
All right.
We've only got an hour and a half.
The most enjoyable gig that I've actually ever done is a few years ago. I had a residency every Tuesday night for 3 years playing straight ahead bebop, blues, jazz, and that I loved.
Wow. Where was that? Where was that?
Eh?
Where was that?
That was at a restaurant locally in Mornington called the Manhattan.
Fantastic. And you
I
just
had a
loved it
trio
because you just got to express yourself and do your own thing.
Basically, yeah, with an archtop and a double bass player and really seasoned players. It was just fantastic because it was it was really good. It started off with 6 people and ended up every Tuesday night 100 people eating.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was really great. Really enjoyed it.
Cool, man. Cool, man. Okay. Weirdest gig you've ever played?
The weirdest gig I've ever played. Okay, I can tell you this. I remember I got booked. I'll tell you this. I got booked for a this woman was popping the question to her old man.
Right. To her old man. You mean to her fiance, not her old man?
Yeah, no, her husband.
Okay.
Her boyfriend.
Okay, good.
So I had to go and meet I went to this apartment that was on this big property and knocked on the door, and they said, and she answered the door and she said, "Oh, you're the flamenco player." And I went, "Oh, jeez, flamenco." Yep, I'm your flamenco player. You're doing him for a gig. So, okay, flamenco. Oh, yeah, okay, I've got it under control. So I started playing all this flamenco, and he comes out, and I'm thinking, what the hell's going on here? And because I'm in set up. Oh, yeah. muffler bigger. Yeah, I'll play that, and then about 10 minutes later he comes out and he hasn't got his shirt on. Can you play that? I said, yeah. And, about 20 minutes later he comes rolling out and he's got no pants on. I went, can you play that? And he goes, I said, yeah, okay, yeah. And about 3/4 of an hour, the guy walks out and he's got no clothes on. And he's got, and yeah, they're doing the funny monkey, inviting me in to celebrate their. So
is this a true story? Are you making this? Is this a joke?
This is God's honest truth. I'll never forget it. My God.
Are you sure you didn't dream it? And, you weren't smoking some funny tobacco, and you've imagined.
Brian, I swear on the Holy Bible, it was like, yeah.
Wow.
And she was a lot younger than him. He was a wealthy man, but that's the weirdest gig. I bailed really fast after that.
Okay, well, I think. No. Well, you bailed really fast. You stayed for 3 or 4 outfit changes, so you didn't bail that fast.
It was pretty.
Okay, all right.
Anyway.
Okay, good. You're winning Gig Chicken at the moment. Actually, I don't know. Well, I thought it was a joke. I thought there was like a, there was going to be an Irishman, an Englishman, and a.
It wasn't a joke. It was dead serious.
All right. Question 3. Question 3. Gig Chicken. Last time you were nervous?
Doing this.
Really? No. Yeah. With your old friend?
Yeah.
Oh well, you haven't come across as nervous, so well done. You've been very relaxed and very, very much like Rob, as I remember.
Am I? Okay, that's good.
Okay. Question 4. Most requested song?
Oh, I don't get any requests. Honestly, I don't.
Really?
I don't get any requests. Oh, once I've been requested horses, and I said,
really? Okay, yeah. That's the thing at the moment. So what song would you play if you what's the commercial song that you would play if you had to over and over again that you can live with?
Really bad, aren't I? Because I actually don't do anything like that.
Oh, you used to do Love Comes to Town, B.B. Kim. You used to do that, didn't you?
That. No, I don't. I don't actually. I do. I just play straight ahead blues at gigs.
Yeah.
The way I play them, and that's pretty much it. Just all that sort of bluesy, rocky stuff, and
yeah. What was that song? What were you just playing then? Give me a little bit more of that. Go.
Bloody guy. Mary had a little lamb. Yeah, all that sort of straight out. I know it sounds terrible.
No, that's cool, man. I love it. Okay, question number 5, Gig Chicken. Most famous person you've met or performed for? You awake, Rob? You still with me?
But it's just like, this is a hard question. Okay, I've met probably. Are we talking like world famous?
Yeah. The normal meaning of the word famous.
Well, no, there's different elevations. You know that.
Okay, the most famous. Okay.
Okay. World. All right. I was many years ago, and the guitarist would realise they know what I'm talking about. I had a guitar called a Super 400. This is way before I met you, actually, and I had this girlfriend, right?
Right.
And she decided that.
And she wanted you to play flamenco.
No. Well, she booked us into a motel room. Sorry, Jules. I love you, but this was even before you, right? She booked us.
Yes.
And right in front of me was this guy in a red suit, right? And this guy in the red suit was like, he saw that I pulled up and I had this guitar, right? This in a brown leather case, and it was like tan, and he was on the phone. This is way before phone, and he comes around the corner, and he's on the phone because it's a big long curly cord, and he looks at. And he goes, and he picks up the guitar and he's on, and he's calling out to this guy, Miles, on the phone. Miles, yeah, man, look at Miles. I'm looking at a Super 400 here, in a Cockney accent, actually an English accent. Anyway, he puts the guitar, and this girl that I'm with, who was a girlfriend of mine at the time, was, punching me. She said, "He's from the police. He's from the police." And I said, "What? Who's that?" Basically, it was Andy Summers.
Wow.
And Andy Summers said, "Yeah," he said, "Come around the corner. You want to come to the party?" I go around the corner, and I just stick my head around the corner, and there's all these people here. And, Brian, I'm a pretty shy man. And all of a sudden, he's got my Super 400, and he's walked around the corner, and he's brought it up, and Sting. There's Sting.
Wow.
Showed Sting and sitting in the couch. I know. Sting was sitting in the couch, and then it was like, "Oh, yeah." And then the guy gave me the guitar. Well, Andy Summers gave me the guitar back. I put it in the case and said, "See ya."
Fantastic. Well, that's pretty damn good. It's probably not the first.
I agree.
It's probably not the first encounter that you've had with the police either.
Yeah, you're right. No, actually, I'll tell you another one. Here's one. This is when they did the very first tour. I've got to tell you this one. If you have
tell me.
No, you'll like this one, and every muso, every drummer will like this. But remember that track that the police did called "Giant Steps So What You Take, Walking on the Moon"? And
yep, I do. I recall that one.
Yeah, if you have a look at the original Countdown clip of that, you'll see that, what's his name, the drummer, Stuart Copeland, was using cardboard cymbals. Because he came to our house that I was living in Hawthorne at the time, because they were doing their first world tour. I think it was the first world tour, and they were doing the taping for Countdown. And I was in bed, and the drummer that I was sharing the house with at the time I said, "Who was that?" Because this guy was bashing. Some pommy guy who was getting my cymbals out of storage because theirs is locked up. I said, "Did you blow him?" He said, "No, he's going to do Countdown, bugger that." And so
that's a great story.
The guy. Oh, it is. It's awesome.
Cardboard cymbals, because they used to, back in Countdown days, kids, we're talking back in 70s, they used to mime everything, and they used to pretend play.
That's right. And if you have a look at the symbols on the Countdown clips, so if you go to YouTube, you probably find, you'll have a look, you'll say, "Oh, they are cardboard." So that was it. That was good.
Well,
yes, I did have a few.
Fantastic, Rob. That is the longest gig chicken we've ever done. I think the chicken's gone off. It's been going so long. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Gig Chicken. Play the Sting. So that was Gig Chicken Stinks. Thank you, Rob. You have won Gig Chicken. It'll be in the mail. Rob,
thank you.
We've come to the end of our show. You've been a wonderful, wonderful guest. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for doing it and for sharing your stories with us. Some stories that just took a sideways turn, but we got there in the end, didn't we? We got to the destination.
You always know that I'm one of them that takes. I can't wait. Jules sees this. She's going to say.
That's why I invited you on, Rob, because I knew it would be entertaining, and I knew that we would go places that's not on my run sheet. It's not on the run sheet at all, but that's okay.
We're going to be on the run sheet.
Yeah. Hey, on Saturday night, we have one of Melbourne's hottest young cover band, and they're a married couple. Unlimited are going to be with us on Saturday night. They are also doing some live streaming at the moment, which is going off. These guys are awesome, wonderful people, great musos, and really looking forward to hanging with them on Saturday night at 8 p.m. We always finish the night with a closing segment, which is coping with lockdown, and we have many, many wild and varied ways that people are coping with lockdown. Here is Arnie. Arnie, I'll be back. Here's how he is coping with lockdown.
We don't go out, we don't go to restaurants, we don't do anything like that anymore here. We just eat with whiskey and with Lulu, we have a good time, we get entertained. Look at that beautiful smile she has. Huh? Oh yes. So much more fun than going outside. No more restaurants, okay? No more restaurants, forget all that. Public gatherings, restaurants, and all those gymnasiums out the window. We stay home.
There you go. That was Arnie. Don't go out. Don't go out. I don't know if I sound more Scottish than I did. It's not a tumor.
Sure,
Anyway.
Gara.
Can you do it? Can you do a good Arnie, Rob? I'll take
what?
that as
What'd you
enough.
say, mate?
Can
No,
you do an
what?
Arnie Schwarzenegger? No, that's a. He's
be back.
He's Austrian, not Australian. Rob, you have been a wonderful, wonderful guest. Thank you for joining us. We always give our guests the opportunity to leave a message, whether it's a fun message or a message of positivity, or even if you want to just play a blues lick, whatever you want. The screen is yours, Rob. What would you like to say to our audience as a farewell message?
Enjoy life. And keep listening to music, people.
Great message. Rob, you have been wonderful. Thank you so much. So you have been watching Live from the Lockdown Lounge, brought to you by the amazing Cranbourne Music. Go in-store or online and say good day to the guys. Don't forget, we are on Saturday night with Unlimited at 8 p.m. We have been with Rob Papp tonight. Thank you, Rob. You've been watching Live from the Lockdown Lounge. I'm your host, Brian. I know that because it says so down there. We'll see you next time. Good night.